on YouTube? Jax here, and today we got some special guests with us. We've got the General Motors Futurliner and, just for fun, a McLaren Senna. So what exactly is the GM Futurliner? Well, it was a giant concept vehicle designed in 1939 by Harley Earl for GM's Parade of Progress. It was originally supposed to be in the World's Fair in 1940, but it toured the country as part of GM's Parade of Progress twice in the 1940s and in the 1950s.
General Motors Parade of Progress, traveling the high roads and byroads of America.
In case you couldn't tell, the Futurliner is pretty big. It's approximately 33 feet long, 11.5 feet tall, and almost 8 feet wide. So that's like a couple of me in each direction, basically. The Parade of Progress made 150 stops around the nation showcasing future technologies. There was 12 of these giant buses supported by a fleet of up to 32 vehicles, all painted to match. That's a McLaren Senna. I can't do anything to that because it's a McLaren Senna. I'm not allowed to touch it, but we can look at it. We can appreciate it because it's a McLaren Senna. So why does the Futurliner matter? Why do cars like the Futurliner matter? Well, it's because of what they represent. It's a relic of a bygone era in which design and showmanship mattered, in which pageantry and elegance counted for something, and it made people wonder. It exists to be gazed upon, wondered about, for no other reason than it's there. It brought with it an experience, an opportunity. When was the last time a concept car made you feel that way? It didn't even hint at a future production vehicle. It existed for no other reason than to inspire. When was the last time you were thankful to be in a room with a prototype, a concept car, a one-off? When was the last time you saw a car so stunning you were appreciative of the moment? That Senna over there? Maybe. But there's 500 of those in the world, and there are only 6 or 7 Futurliners left. Consider other achievements of the time period, the 1930s Art Deco time period. Cars like the 1938 Bugatti Type 57 SC Atlantic, the 1936 Delahaye 135 Competition, the 1934 Ford Model 40. No, the Special Speedster. Yeah, there you go. The 1938 Talbot Lago T150C. Inside that exhibit hall is a sea of sameness. Crossovers, cars, trucks, crossovers, utility vehicles, bathrooms, food stands, crossovers, more crossovers, all vaguely alike, all there because of consumer interest, made by bean counters, accountants who just chase numbers and profits and don't chase dreams and design.
The Homer.
They're all alike. They're all vaguely similar because that's what we want. That's what we've demanded. We've lost our dreams. We've lost the aspirations that people had in the time period in which the Futurliner existed. The Futurliner represents aspirations, dreams, optimism, a sense of hope about the future that we seem to have lost as we've grown more cynical. It was an unclouded vision of the future, before the worst war in history, before nuclear weapons, before bean counters and profit chasers changed the entire auto industry. It's idealism untethered by fear and doubt. It's F. Scott Fitzgerald. It's Amelia Earhart. It's Walt Disney. It's everything we ever wanted. And it's gone now. Times have changed. People are more cynical. Auto shows have been relegated to shadows of what they once were, just waiting to introduce the next high-riding, egg-shaped vehicle. But thanks to the Atlanta International Auto Show, we can remember how things used to be, when there was pageantry and fanfare and excitement. We can marvel at the spectacles that once graced show stages and inspired audiences, and made children dream and reach for the stars. I mean, it's 2019 now. It's a time when the people of 1939 could scarcely imagine. They had no idea what the future would be like. They thought it was going to be like the Jetsons, flying around in futuristic living conditions, probably on some other planet. But it's not. It's more similar than they can imagine. Somewhere along the way, we lost a little bit of that idealism, a little bit of that hope. Yet somehow, this enormous bus is still living up to its name, the GM Futurliner. The GM Futurliner is a classic piece of Americana. Here with some more information about the Futurliner is Don Monosmith, one of the men who restored it.
Well, there was actually 6 Futurliners in various states of repair in storage in a storage lot in Chicago. And the gentleman that was named Joe Bortz, and he'd heard about our museum and he offered to donate it to us. We had a group of GM retirees that approached us and wanted to take it on as a project to do in their retirement. So there was nearly 60 of them in total over the 7 years that actually worked on it. And they had a lot of contacts with General Motors, and so they were able to get some help through the GM Heritage Center and also financially, and even to find some technical information on the vehicle. It was built in 1938 and actually went on the road in 1939. There were 12 of them built. They toured all 48 states up through the war, laid off during the war, and then after the war in 1953 they refurbished them, and they again toured the nation up until 1957. The vehicle is about 33 feet long, 11.5 feet high, weighs 26,000 pounds, and it's heavy enough it actually has dual front wheels as well as dual rears. Of the original 12, there are 9 left, only 6 left in the U.S., 2 of which have been restored to this level. A couple are unrestored. 1 has been made into a motorhome and 1 was made into a car carrier. They would take 12 of these out each spring along with 34 support vehicles and pull into a community, and the sides open up and they create basically a stage. And one of them would have a cutaway of an Allison aircraft engine in it. One would demonstrate television, one would demonstrate microwave, another one stereophonic sound. Each one had a theme, and they were bringing technology to the country before television, where people really had not been exposed to these kinds of things. So they drew massive crowds. After they completed the last tour in 1957, General Motors brought them all back to Detroit, and they were sold off. This one went to a Cadillac dealer, 1 went to a beer company, and they used it for a traveling promotional vehicle. 1 actually went to Oral Roberts, who was a famous evangelist at the time, and it was his mobile stage.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this short video about the GM Futurliner, but in a Jack's exclusive, I'm gonna take this McLaren Senna for a spin right now.
What? No. This Senna?
Yeah, the Senna right here, right?
You can't drive that.
No, but earlier you said I could.
No, you definitely can't drive that.
All right, it's fine. I'll be back in a second. No, it's okay. No, okay. We gotta go. Okay,
now watch this. I'm gonna exit race mode, so the car's gonna raise up. Check this out. So what it's called, these door shocks, they don't want to work all the way.
I think
bonus video. This is the behind the scenes of the Atlanta International Auto Show as everybody is setting up for the big crowd starting tomorrow. It's kind of cool seeing all the cars and stuff being wheeled into place and the displays being put together. Here's the Kia display behind me and the Caffeine and Octane, Caffeine and Exotics display back here with some exotic cars. Let's go check them out real quick. I'll show you some. Here's the McLaren Senna that we saw earlier, surrounded by some Aston Martins, Lamborghinis, Porsches, Rolls Royces, pretty much everything you could want to see in one place at one time. I wonder if anybody left the keys in any of them. Let's go look. Well, I didn't find any keys, but I did find a McLaren 600 LT, which, is it just me or is this car better looking than the Senna? I don't know, what do you think? Gotta move stuff around, get it ready for the show. Audi R8. So this is a lot of fun. I love the auto show. This is like literally my favorite thing I come to every year. Tomorrow I'm coming to Media Day, and I'm gonna be vlogging about that and also showing you guys some of the presentations. They've got some really good ones lined up for tomorrow. I don't want to spoil it yet, not like you're gonna see this video before then, but I'll save it for the Media Day video. But it's just so much fun to be in here behind the scenes when they're setting up for one of the events that I look forward to more than any other. What's really cool is you can see the protective floor covering that they have on the carpet, and then the forklifts that they use to put up the displays and the banners and to move stuff around. You gotta be careful though, because there's forklifts and cherry pickers all over the place, and it would be really easy to accidentally get run over by one. One there and one there. And I think there's another one over there. They're rolling out the red carpet for me, except it's gray, not red. And they want me to move. Got some forklifts coming this way behind me and some coming this way. Better get out of here. We're getting low on battery power, so here's a sneak peek of a Shelby GT500. Bet you haven't seen that yet. There's a surprisingly large amount of vacuuming that takes place in the auto show, but I guess that makes sense because it's kind of dirty in here when they're bringing all the cars in. Should I? No one's watching. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually gonna steal a little electric cart, allegedly. Well guys, this is the Futureliner's final resting place in the auto show. That sounded a little bit morbid. It's not its final resting place, but it is on display at the Atlanta International Auto Show. I hope you enjoyed this video. Till next time, ride safe, drive safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. I even got a Futureliner model. Thanks for that. Peace. But they had hope. How many times can I say hope? How many times can I say hope?
The greater and better world of tomorrow.